Let's get him away again.
Hey, you stupid mutts! I'm still in here with all my toys!
Toys. Toys. Toys.
Oh, it's so obvious. Thanks for that, Maddie. So, Maddie just said that, or Maddie just suggested that we teleport over to Stinky since Stinky's over there with her cell phone. I can't believe I didn't think of that before. I mean, that's how we found Stinky downstairs in the first place. So,
You? But how?
Blame your cell phone provider!
It doesn't matter. Before the sunrise, the Master will bathe in a sea of your entrails.
You know, she may be a mesmerized slave, but she sure does sound a lot like Stinky.
So, hello everyone. Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we were here. Or rather, we were down there somewhere, and we're wanting to come up here, to the control center for all the clones. And now that we're up here, what does that do for us?
Hey, a microphone. I bet we can order around the clones with this.
And welcome to the quiet storm of WSNM, bringing all the smooth sounds of yesteryear to all the rumbling doppelgangers out there.
Phone control backups in place. Voice control unavailable.
Fools. The clone controls will only respond to the Master's voice.
What about your voice? Well, let's try out other stuff first. Alright, we have a way back.
Mama Bosco said that only her hand can activate this biometric override, but I guess it couldn't hurt to try.
Biometric scan rejected. Override locks in place.
Here, let me try.
Biometric scan rejected. Get your skanky butt off my override panel.
Unfortunate thing, Mama Bosco is going to get her new body and have to put her hand on that thing. Anything else we can click on? Well, Stinky, I guess.
Stinky?
The Master no longer wishes to speak to you through this vessel, hound beast.
I think I like normal Stinky's insults better.
Okay, now let's try the ventriloquism thing.
Hi, my name is Stinky. Animals love me. Please kill my grandpa.
Harsh, but accurate.
We already know the mind reading thing won't work, but maybe now that we're up here, this'll be useful for us. Well, that's foreboding. I suppose there's something else.
I guess it's time to play Follow the Clones.
Up. Go up. So how do we get you sitting in there? Can we turn you into a clone?
Now have approximately 2,000 clones remaining before your 10,000 clone tune-up.
I kind of wish I knew what that robot was saying.
Whoa! I'm rich, creamy, and full of yak's blood and lard.
And you're a cake, too.
Does this even do anything for us? Here, let's try this.
If we shoot Stinky now, we'll never find out who's controlling her, or why she and Sal were trying to kill Grandpa Stinky.
Oh well, c'est la vie.
Plus, it would be wrong.
Darn.
I'm not giving this away to just anybody.
Well, I mean, we managed to get up here, but what does this do for us? Well, doing it live. Let's see here. Bosco, Sal's letter, DNA, chocolate. And let's just head down for the time being. Because now we have a way down. Speaking of down, Sal fell down. I wonder if we'll see him again somewhere. Okay, stay there. No, don't leave. Whatever, we can teleport back up there later.
Max?
That's what they call me at the menu.
I need more hints, darn it.
Your eyes peeled, Max.
Oh, that's really disgusting.
Return to the museum, return to Steve. You're gonna think of it, we haven't figured out how to get into the museum yet either. Hold on, there's something I haven't tried yet.
Oh, what now? Get rid of them!
You again?
If we could just...
Because it just occurred to
Gotta
me.
get in there, Sam.
Why? I mean, other than the generic amusement of antagonizing people.
I think Monsieur Paperwaite's mysterious boss, Dr. Norrington, is in there.
And?
And I need to thank him for helping me out against Sam and Mac.
Are you still standing there? Yes. Are you still standing there? Yes. See, earlier when we talked to Papierwaite, I forgot to try out the various, stuff. These things. And then when I came back, Papierwaite was no longer staying at the door, so I didn't think to try these on him. But now that he's back at the door...
Let's see. Foot, snake, squeakle squeakle, bird. Done!
We probably should have guessed that one.
It's so obvious! No, get back at the door, though.
Eat it!
It's the restless spirit of Ed McMahon, and I've got a really big novelty check.
Oh, yolks are going to give me strength. Hurry it up!
He's probably going to change the code while he's standing there. But I want to try the other stuff. Oh, that's not an option. That's sad. How about future vision?
No!
Yes!
Let's see. Foot, snake, squeakle squeakle, bird. Done!
Shall we?
Still remember the code?
I'll have you know I've got a mind like a steel tramp.
Trap.
Really? Huh. A steel tramp would be a lot more fun in a bum fight. Ah! Don't look at me!
Oh, come on. You're not that ugly.
You don't understand. Human minds aren't equipped to comprehend.
Hey, Sam, there's a guy in here!
Oh!
I'm impressed. Most humans are driven incurably insane by the mere glimpse of my unspeakable visage.
Yeah, well, no offense, but we get more unspeakable visages in our convention swag.
So you're the mysterious Dr. Norrington?
I am known by many names. Among them, Yogg-Sothoth, Elder Fiend of the Dark Dimension.
I'm so surprised.
Shocking, true, but not nearly as shocking as the horrific truths I suspect I must now reveal.
Reveal away.
What do you have to say about all those creepy tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Papierwaite summoned in the museum last night.
Zulu's wattle.
Oh, I'm using that.
Only one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say awash?
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
Go on.
What's the Chthonic Destroyer?
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy. A weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah, look, that mole man is smiting an army.
Mind if we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins.
So is Yogg-Sothoth not evil?
Can the Destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden giggling realm of skittering and gesture if you wish to find the Destroyer.
The hidden giggling realm of... That is a funny sounding place, but it's too long. You need to shorten it to something I can remember.
You're Yogg-Sothoth, the world-shattering Elder God?
You look like something my non-existent cat coughed up.
Curb your tongue, rabbit.
No, Paperweight. The Naked One is right. This debased form is a pathetic shadow of my former glory. Long before the dawn of man, my kind was sovereign over this dimension and countless others. We welcome the development of sentient life, drinking deeply from your bottomless wellsprings of terror, and also your succulent hairy flesh.
Ew.
For untold eons, we lapped at the perpetual buffet of your horror and worship, until powerful forces rallied to drive us back to the Dark Dimension.
Forces?
Primitive hybrids somehow impervious to our powers. You know them as mole men.
Get out of here.
Yes, that's exactly what they ordered us to do.
Wouldn't it be funny if it turns out that Harry Molman has been the villain this entire time?
You know, it's a lot harder to take you prehistoric Elder Gods seriously, now that I know you were banished by a bunch of mole men.
Scoff if you must, but the mole people were much more powerful before they were genetically marginalized by the cruel twists of evolution.
Just like Uncle Billy.
So, should I call you Yogg-Sothoth or Norrington?
Call me Dr. Norrington. When uttered by your mortal tongues, my true name sounds disturbingly like our term for number 2.
You should hear him say nuclear.
You and Papierwaite seem to know a lot about that Devil's Toy Box that everybody keeps stealing.
The Devil's Toy Box. Ha! You should be so lucky.
What are you talking about?
The Toy Box is of a power far greater than that of your primitive gods and devils. It is the property of my grandson, Junior.
Junior?
Yes, Junior. The youngest and most horrible of the Elder Gods. His birthing wail shattered the supercontinent of Pangea. His first steps sunk the proto-civilizations of Subarctica.
Junior?
In an effort to stop my rampaging grandchild from destroying the Omniverse, I brought many of my precious childhood keepsakes over from the Dark Dimension to keep Junior distracted and entertained, as well as a box to contain their frightening power.
Junior?
Unfortunately, when the Elder Gods were banished to the Dark Dimension, Junior's toy box was lost during the move, and in the millennia since, he just will not stop whining about it.
Junior?
It's a lot scarier if you've got the requisite complement of larynxes to pronounce it correctly.
Would the devil be Junior by any chance?
So why have the 1.5 of you been trying to get your hands on the toy box all these years?
To destroy it!
But why? It's got all those cool toys that make my brain tingle and my ears all fuzzy.
The toys of power were never meant for mortal hands. For the sake of all that exists, they must be returned to the toy box and annihilated.
By the way, this would definitely explain why Papierwaite has been living all this time. He's kind of got an immortal living inside of him. So I guess then this was the result of that summoning we kind of screwed up.
You're not gonna take my toys, are you?
Not yet. Your chaotic mastery of the toys of power may yet prove useful in defeating the master of these blasphemous portly canines.
Yeah, about that.
You know anything about all these handsome brutes that are stealing toys throughout the city?
The clones are meaningless.
And chubby.
Hey!
But if they are truly stealing toys, then their master may be attempting to gather a complete collection of the toys of power.
Collect all 1,024. Impress your friends.
And destroy the entirety of existence as we know it. You've already borne witness to the damage that can be wrought when the Devil's Toy Box is mostly full. If the box is completely engorged, its power will tear down the walls of reality itself.
So, aside from tearing apart reality, anything else you think we should know about the Plague of Me?
Only that they should seriously consider a gym membership.
So how did gigantic behemoth of an elder god like you get stuck in Pennyway's waste anyway?
Papierwaite!
Silence! Several decades ago, Monsieur Papierwaite foolishly attempted to summon me to this plane of existence.
Yeah, we may have heard something about that.
Paperwaite's infantile conjurings were doomed to failure, but the uncanny power of your grandsire's brain somehow managed to extrude an infinitesimally tiny fraction of my essence into this dimension. It became fused with Paperwaite's unsettlingly hairless and ladylike torso.
We've spent the better part of a century trying to retrieve the toy box and send the great Yog-Sothoth home.
And we would have succeeded last night if you hadn't lost your temper over that slobbering space ape.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, whoops. That's kind of our bad.
Stay put. We'll probably have more questions later.
Your kind always does.
Whee!
So, we actually could have got this information a lot sooner had I thought to use the psychic powers.
Are they still here?
I'm talking here. Had I thought to use the psychic powers the first time we were here. But, on the bright side, built up some suspense.
Toys? Can we borrow this?
You most certainly may not. It is so fragile that the slightest breeze destroy it.
The scroll is meaningless.
Alright.
Who knows what sorts of ancient gimcracks and gewgaws lurk in those boxes?
Well, I'm not opening them to find out. Do you know how hard it is to get gewgaw juice out of my fur?
Privacy screen.
Paperwaite must have used this antique privacy screen to help protect his horrible squiddy secret all these years.
We also used it to perform psyche-destroying shadow puppet shows for the kiddies.
Whee!
Hey Max, could you spare a few seconds to memorize Paperwaite's phone number?
Okay, but my brain's getting awfully full. I might lose a few chapters of my poignant Inuit coming-of-age novel.
The trials of Kennelik the Awkward will have to wait for another day, little buddy.
Alright. We got the phone number down.
The only person I want to call now is my shrink, and she's still on her honeymoon.
Oh yeah, when are we going to see Sybil again?
Ah, cripes. A bunch of Sam clones are ghost riding the DeSoto out in the parking lot.
When were they cloned? 2005?
Apparently, Paperwaite's never heard of the Dewey Decimal System.
Or dust rags?
Aside from the troubling tentacle face, old Yagi cut quite the figure back in the day.
Although the Egyptians possessed a limited ability to imagine my true form, they were spot on in their rendering of my six-pack abs and rippling pecs.
Sure.
Can we keep this?
No, it will only distract you from your true goal. Besides, I like to gaze upon it for sentimental reasons.
Gotcha.
Hey Yagi, what's this map all about anyway?
Papierwaite and I have been attempting to locate spots where the membranes between our worlds are the weakest, so that I can be sent home with as little fuss as possible.
That's awfully polite for an elder god who savors the taste of human misery.
Age has mellowed me.
Anything else?
Aside from the...
Oop. I was trying to check out the other bookshelf, but I guess that's not an option. Well, now that we got all that information, now what?
It's a page from an illuminated manuscript detailing an incident with something called the Destroyer. And lo, did Brother Acidophilus return in a flash of light from the giggling realm of skittering ingestion, armed with the chthonic Destroyer. Though giggling and plagued with visions of skittering insects, noble Acidophilus smote the beasties from the dark dimension with the Destroyer. His enemies laid low. Acidophilus returned the Destroyer to the gibbering realm and resumed his peaceful life of molitude. Years later, he was eaten by a crazed beast.
And how does this help us? Oh, hello there, Sir Rosser. Welcome to the stream. I'm less than 10 minutes from ending today's stream, but maybe you can provide us some clues. Oh, you know what? We haven't done any of this in there. Let's go ahead and head in there and have some fun, shall we? Come on, work. Work.
Let us in! Let us in! The Sams are looting the food gang!
I see you have acquired Charlie Hotep.
Yeah, creepy little thing, ain't he?
Oh my, yes. I don't even know why I brought him over. Junior hated him. Played with him for about 10 minutes, then tossed him aside like a used snot rag.
That's kinda sad.
The elder gods are beyond your mortal concepts of sentiment. They
I'll
do not...
give it a rest.
Get over here, Sam. Max. Get over here, Max.
Toys, toys, toys.
There we go. Now let's do this properly.
Ooh, I'm a scary sorcerer with a squid in my belly. Fear me.
What a horrid impersonation.
I'm an elder god. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone listen to me.
No comment then?
Let us in! Let us in! The Sams are looting the food gang!
Guess that's it for here.
Yes, I know. Maybe if we ignore them, they'll go away.
Not yet, we won't. Gonna try out some other stuff. That don't sound good. Why do you keep dancing?
Cease your intrusions into my host's mind.
Okay, how about you?
Gaze not into the mind of an elder god, insect.
Alright, fine.
Star, tars, arts, rats, tsar.
Are you casual gaming in your head again?
Well, excuse me for being able to multitask.
Got a couple things we can turn into here.
Toys? Toy?
Hey, what gives? After your recent rhinoplasty rampage through my museum, I cast a spell preventing you from transforming into anything in my possession. Ha!
Boy, you are a little ball of spite, aren't you?
You have no idea.
Well, that's a bummer. There's so much stuff we could try turning into in here.
Still nothing.
Ah!
What is there anything in here that is not in your possession? No, guess not.
Toys, toys, toys.
So I wonder how we're supposed to handle this situation. Oh yeah. And there's also the matter of... Well, I suppose we at least got a clue on how to handle that
The
thing.
light zone is for the loading and unloading of protein fluid only.
According to Norrington, aka Yog-Sothoth, some other denizen of the Dark Dimension must have summoned those dangerous tentacle creatures.
It's too bad they aren't green. I hear they're the friendly ones.
Yeah, I heard that one before. Okay, I have no idea where to go from
In
here.
the event of a firestorm, the clone chamber's salad bar will remain open.
So I'm just going to go ahead and sit on this. And we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Next time, we're going to look for this dark arc to defeat the tentacle. And... oh yeah, we're trying to clone Mama Bosco, that's right. So that she could put her handprint on the console up there so that she can stop these clones and or control them. So, that's what we're going to do in the next stream. And that'll be on Saturday for those of you watching this right now as I am recording this week. Something like that. Point is, by the time this reaches YouTube, this won't matter. But for those of you watching this at Twitch, recently or right now, I'll see you on Saturday.